everybody, how you doing? Like always, I'm super excited about this video. We're doing another paper plate test. Here on the table I have two very awesome rifles. In the front we have a Ruger American chambered in .30-06, and then here in the back we have a Remington 770 chambered in 300 Win Mag. This is exciting for me. I've never shot a 300 Win Mag, so just because of that alone, this is going to be a fun video. To make this test very similar, I went and got Winchester Super X ammunition, 180 grain bullet for both of these rifles. Very similar rifles, very similar barrel lengths, the exact same bullet, but .30-06 versus the 300 Win Mag. We're going to catch both of those rounds in the paper plates, see which one goes further, and how the bullets deform in the paper plates. Let's take a little bit closer look at the rifles and the bullets we're using. There is a close-up of the Ruger American .30-06. Has a Bushnell banner scope on it. If you want to check that out, I'll put links in the description down below, but that's an awesome scope. You can see very similar barrel lengths. And now a close-up of the Remington 770 300 Win Mag, the big boy in this test. Got a center point scope on that one. If you want to check that out, I'll put the links in the description down below as well. Now the ammo, like I said, these are both Winchester Super X 180 grain bullets. You can see the 300 Win Mag is a little bit beefier there on the right. Let's load up the plates, do some shooting. Put in the comments down below, which one of these rifles do you think is gonna go further? I don't have a clue, and I always guess wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and say the 300 Win Mag is gonna go through more paper plates, but I'm excited. Let's go see what happens. First shot we're taking is with the Ruger American, chambered in the wimpy .30-06 180 grain bullets. Let's take this shot, see what happens. We are going to reshoot that one because you can see there in the bottom, we skimmed that bullet off the cinder block. So we're going to shoot another one. Now we're loading up the Remington 770 in the 300 Win Mag. But let's see what happens. This is going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to shooting this one. Alright, so we should have two .30-06 bullets in these plates and one of the 300 Win Mag. I'll tell you this, the 300 Win Mag honestly did not kick as hard as I expected it to, but I just got done shooting some 45-70 and 450 Bushmaster, so that may have something to do with it. But let's look for these bullets, see if I was right, if the 300 Win Mag went the furthest. If you look here, you can see where our first shot bounced off the cinder block and was keyholing there and made that bottom hole. The second shot with our .30-06 went square in the middle there, and then the 300 Win Mag is that hole up there at the top. We should be able to find these bullets here in the paper. Just looking at the top here, it doesn't look like any bullets flew out the side. Now, let's take a look and see if we can find these .30-06 and 300 Win Mag bullets in the paper plates. First, I'm gonna loosen this up a little bit and take a look at the very back. I seriously doubt anything went through everything. And yep, no holes there in the very back, and even there for that matter. So let's keep on digging. Remember, the 300 Win Mag was near the top, so I'm expecting to see that one first, but you know how these things go, they never go like I expect. So still digging, and we still got nothing. Still got nothing. I'm surprised. I thought we would have found one by now. We just found the last broken plate here where the 300 Win Mag is at the top. So first off the bat, 300 Win Mag did win versus the .30-06 in the paper plate test. Let's see if we can find the bullet and pull it out of here. The paper plates have the tendency to disintegrate bullets, but I'm hoping we can pull out at least something. Oh yeah, this bullet deformed big time. Okay. There's the biggest piece of the 300 Win Mag that I pulled out of there. And then the rest of it is just disintegrated lead in with the paper. Whole bunch of dust-like stuff. There was the 300 Win Mag. Let's see if we can find these 30-06 bullets. This one is actually very surprising. Very, very surprising here. I did not expect this. There's the last one of the middle 30-06. It only went this many plates less than the 300 Win Mag. That's it. The 300 Win Mag only beat the 30-06 by 16 paper plates. I would not have guessed that at all. I would have guessed it beat it by at least 50, but the 300 Win Mag only beat the 30-06 by 16 paper plates. Let's see if we can get this 30-06 bullet out of here. There is the 30-06 bullet out of the middle there. Absolutely cannot believe that the 300 Win Mag only beat the 30-06 by 16 plates. They're hunting rounds and they're supposed to mushroom and lose their energy, but I would have thought we would have seen a bigger difference than just 16 paper plate. Let's see if we can find that one that skipped off the block. So even that one that skipped off the block still went that far. Let's take a quick close look at those bullets we were able to grab out. On the left we have the 300 Win Mag, and on the right the 30-06. Another very, very interesting test. The 300 Win Mag only beat the 30-06 by 16 paper plates. So based off of the paper plates test, you could argue that they have very similar ballistics. Now, I know the experts are going to go crazy and tell me why they like one more than the other, but based off the paper plates, they're about the same bullet, same cartridge. But I will say, you know me, I'm always going to say bigger is better. So if I had to pick, I'm going to pick the 300 Win Mag just because it's a bigger bang. A huge thanks and a big shout out to Heavy Metal Guns and Outdoors. Without you all, we would not have been able to make this video. So a big thanks to you guys. Everybody go say hey to the guys over at Heavy Metal Guns and Outdoors. They're great people. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the WHOTEEWHO channel. Check out all the links in the description down below. Comment ideas for future videos. Thanks for watching, guys. WHOTEEWHO!